Morning.
Really good. And yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. Not
Where
quite
are
awake.
you? Where are
Uh,
you?
I'm in New York on Long Island.
Okay, okay, okay.
I'm from San Diego originally. I know
Um,
you spent some time there.
yes, ma'am. Yes, I did.
You just finished season 5 of your show, Better Human, Better Dog, and season 6 is supposed to air next year in May. Is that right?
That's correct.
And have you started filming season 6 yet?
Not yet, not yet.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, not yet. We're
Okay. Will
yes.
it be 12 episodes again? Do you know?
I'm hoping that we have enough time to film, because it's all go by the cases. And they just have to be reasonable with because I have to provide an episode in 4 times. Right? So
Mhm.
4 sessions with you. So one thing that nobody knows is how bad your situation is. Because when
Right.
people send videos, they send, "Oh, I have this thing," and then the producers start thinking, "Well, if we do this, blah blah blah." But then I like to go deep. So
Hmm.
so once we start digging, it's like, oh, this is not gonna take 4 times. This is this is how this is gonna be a little longer. So that's all. We're the understanding that because I'm working with the human more than
Hmm.
rehabilitating the dog,
Right.
I want to make sure that the humans succeed in changing energy, not only changing the way they think, right? Is the
Hmm.
energy is what leads you to the actions. Because the dog doesn't care what you're thinking. The dog cares about what you're feeling and your actions.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's,
Sure.
it's, it's like what we want for our leaders. We
Hmm.
want our leaders not just to sound good, but to feel good and act good.
Right. Have you ever had a case where you just could not get the humans to cooperate? Like maybe
Oh
one of
yeah,
them wanted to, and the other one's like, no, I can't control my temper or whatever.
that's right. They realize that they have not worked on themselves, which is is the new thing to do, right? Because my generation heard no, people around you have to work, and then now we're
Mhm.
hearing that is no, I have to work on myself so things around me change. That makes more sense.
Right. It
You know
does.
what I mean? That
Yeah,
makes more
sure.
sense. Yeah.
And you've been doing TV shows for 20 years now. Is How do you feel about that?
Well, me, as you know, I came through San Diego. I wasn't coming here to stay for a long time, and I have no idea that I was going to get a TV show,
Right.
right? So it's a magical experience that has happened to me,
Mhm.
that how do I feel? I feel like the first day. I still can't believe it, when the LA Times came and said to me, "What would you like to do 5 years from now?" And I never heard the concept planning 5 years from now because I'm from Sinaloa. So
Mhm.
you might die the next day there,
Right.
so nobody plans a week from now. So for me, when somebody told me, "Oh, you can plan for 5 years," and here we go, 20 years later.
Right.
So if you would tell me, do you plan? I couldn't plan. I couldn't
So,
plan. So
so
I'm
now
still
that you
in this
can,
beautiful, the concept of the American dream. I'm still
sure.
living the American dream.
Yeah. So now that you can plan, do you think you can do this for another 20 years?
I'm 55. I think right now I have 2 kids.
Hmm.
And as a good Latino, we put them to work just like I did for my parents.
Right.
And it's time for them. I'm gonna supervise them, right? So right now, my younger one is in Japan teaching the Japanese people. I want to send Andre to Europe. He gets along with the Germans, and so I want him to go into a different country and definitely gain the trust, respect, and love from different cultures. They already come with you're the son of Cesar Millan, so that's good.
Right.
That's a good visa. But I think now as a pack, I can do it a little. I can take a break, for because the youth of my life, I work really hard from 5
Right.
a.m. to 11 p.m., and the sacrifice has been done. So I would like to take a little break, but it's still, obviously supervising, so the
Right.
kids can do it right.
Well, that makes sense. And that is the American dream, right? To work really hard and then retire or take, like you said, take a break if you don't really want to. I can't really picture you retiring completely, like going to sitting on a beach with a tropical drink and saying, forget
Oh,
the
no,
rest.
no. No, no, because I'm already thinking about I would like to be part of kids who are orphans and give them, that energy of a father figure, and combine it with rescuing puppies so they also learn already like a skill, right? A
Mhm.
groomer, a dog walker, already since they're little and learn energy, philosophy, actions. So not only
Good
will teach
idea.
them a skill, but the lifestyle.
That's cool. I have a rescue dog and we got her gosh, 2017. She's our little baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Spoiled.
That happens. It happens.
And but she's a good dog.
Yeah.
But we were out walking when we lived in Arkansas before here. We were out walking and another dog just came running up, skinny, scrawny, starving, you know, a puppy but big. And we took her in for a week, and we did not want to keep a second dog because we knew it would be too much. I'm older than you actually, so it was too much for me. One
Right.
was enough,
Right.
and so I found a place there that takes in rescue dogs to train them as support and
Right.
emotional support dogs or rescue dogs for retired firefighters and
Mm,
police officers. And she's doing that now. So it's amazing what you can do just by taking in a dog.
that's right. That's right.
And you know that.
Yes, ma'am. I do
You've
know that.
taken in a lot of animals, I saw.
Yes.
So, if you could go back to your first days on TV and you could change one thing, what would you change?
I wouldn't change anything. I think
Really?
everything I have done is very respectful, very by the grace of God, because this is one in a lifetime that you can definitely see God working through a human. So I wouldn't change anything because obviously, the bad made me stronger. I went through
Right.
a
You
lot.
learn from your mistakes.
Yes, and listen, people say, "Oh, dog bites." Don't worry about dog bites. People dishonesty is worse than a dog bite.
Right.
So I had a lot of that, and but at the same time, I got to feel now, my faith, my instincts, my heart, and my mind is still intact. So I have to go through those battles.
Mhm.
If I just make it very simple and very easy, and then this male figure would not be as happy, as healthy, as with this big heart that I have and this incredible creativity that I have, right? So I wouldn't change anything, honestly. I wouldn't.
That's good. You
Yeah.
seem to have the best life that a person can have, to be honest.
Yeah.
So tell us about the Halo Collar 4 and how it works and does it work like all the time?
It works all the time, and the most important part is the how the human introduces this technology, so the human gets the best out of it, right? So the Halo 4 is just a smaller version of the Halo 3, right? We want to make sure we also help people with little dogs with the same problems, right? Fight, flight avoidance, and
Sure.
and so the whole what I want people to understand about this technology is how technology can help you harness instincts. What do I mean by that? Well, a good, well-behaved dog means that he understands or she understands rules, boundaries, limitations,
Mhm.
right? So when we behave good, that means we have a set of rule, boundary, limitations. That means we can be disciplined, right? And so in the American culture, the discipline part is not as consistent as the loving part.
Right.
So then the dog is going to get confused because every once in a while the human does the rules by limitations, and sometimes he doesn't do the rules by limitation. So that only confuses the mind of a dog. And there's three things people wants to do with a dog: uh, follow, walk, play, explore. Follow, play, explore. So with the halo color, I want people to understand, number one, the walk is the most important,
Right.
right? And so we are offering also the capability so you can have that off leash experience that every American is. That's the American dream, by the way. For dog people to walk a dog off
Yeah.
leash, that is the American dream. And remember, in Mexico, everybody walks a dog off leash.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I mean? So
I didn't know
it's not like
that.
a big deal. Yeah, if you go
Right.
to third world country, the dogs are off leash.
Yeah.
You know, right? But because in America they give love first and then fear second, right? The
Hmm.
the fear of a dog not listening to them, or the fear of a dog running into the street, or the fear
Right.
of a dog chasing a deer. So with my goal was to give the American people in the first place is the ability to practice follow, play, explore. And so with the boundaries, now when you can go to the beach and now you can tell your dog, hey, I want you to stay within this 100 feet away from me, or 20 or 30, whatever you want. Explore. I want you to explore this far. So that way, people will do this natural and simple and profound activity, right? Because the
Right.
fear is what makes people not uh, practice it without the leash. And a lot of
Sure.
times they don't even try it,
Mm.
right? So that dog is not happy. So when you
Right.
don't bring the dog to the beach, or when you don't bring the dog into meeting America, so what's the point of living in the land of the free when you don't bring your dog into freedom? Right? So in a way,
Yeah.
Halo for me is the same thing when my mom used when she still do. She gives me the blessings because she wants me to have this halo, this protection, right?
Mm.
And she always tell you, make sure you follow the rules, boundaries, and limitations of every country you go. So they know that you're a well-behaved kid. She still called me a kid.
Of
You know what I
course.
mean? So the same thing that I was given to me, we were able to put it into a technology,
Mhm.
right? Because that's what the dog parents will do. They will teach the kids rules and limitations. They will do activities such as follow, play, explore. So when you remove a puppy from the parents, your job is to become like them. But people want to make a dog human.
Right.
You see
Well, it's
that?
similar to people wanting to be friends with their kids rather than disciplining them. They don't want to
They
work
skip
at
it.
discipline. Yeah.
So it's exercise, discipline, and affection. But remember, the parents who eventually have a kid that go to the Olympics, those parents send the kids to exercise, discipline, and then affection. Affection is to being able to go to the Olympics.
Right.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying? So it's this
Yeah.
parallel philosophy that we were able to put it into technology,
And
right?
it works in urban areas as well, right?
Yeah, so that's the beauty, that I did partner with brilliant minds. Mine is the understanding dog and how to introduce technology into the dog, so the dog never becomes afraid. The dog take this technology as it was. How can we make this technology become natural to the dog? Like when you put a leash into the dog naturally doesn't want to wear anything.
Hmm.
So you human have to convince the dog to feel calm and open-minded. That's what I call calm surrender, right?
Right.
And so once the dog associates this with calm surrender, then the dog knows that's for a good it's for the it's for a good thing.